All right, Shalaki, I'm gonna clip those videos together or do separate, but it's gonna be part two of it. But the name of the angels of the archangels, four beasts, Raphael, Uriel, Michael, and Gabriel. I'm going into the four beasts. But just continue with the lesson. This Revelation chapter 17. I'm gonna start at verse. I can start at verse 2. Actually, let's start at verse 4. It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a cup in her hand full of abomination and filthiness of her fornication, i.e., Babylon. All right. It's going to explain it, of course. But yeah, purple and scarlet color, it looks very beautiful. This horror right here, this place Babylon, looks very beautiful on the outside looking in. Even on the inside looking in, it has that golden cup in her hand. It has that abomination and filthiness that the world loves, and it's so glorified that it has everyone crazy right now, has everyone confused what's really going on. This place is a demon. It's a devil. It's a devil place, and it needs to be eradicated. So it's decked with precious gold. It's decked with gold, gun, oil. It looks beautiful. Inside the mirth is there, quote unquote. So it looks perfect to everybody on earth right now. But slowly these other nations are coming to find out that this place is not as delicate as it may seem. That this place is not going to be a virgin no more. Verse 5, it says, and upon her forehead was a name written in mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. If anyone doesn't know, just because this is milk at this point, is that Babylon, of course, the place Neuro 47, the place Jasper, Florida, the country of. This what this place is Babylon. If you don't know that, now is a good time to know that, because you have to flee out of the midst of Babylon. Jeremiah chapter 51:1 or 51:6. And the men of the Lord are out on highways and byways and street corners, not them fake Israelite camps like IUIC or ICPK, them 230 Israelite camps, but the ones with the proper vibration that's telling our people to get out of this place spiritually and mentally, not to actually flee physically like IUIC or ISUBK or the other camps be telling our people to do. That's not going to help you. It's still going to be short. Now you out of the way. You try to put yourself out of the way. You're going to put yourself more into the fire, because you're leaving you leaving the proper prompter, which is Yahweh's side, and most of the men kind of here. But nonetheless, it says verse 6. It says, I saw a woman. Actually, I read there. Keep it simple. But this is what this place Babylon is. It is Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, man. This place is responsible for a whole bunch of wickedness across the earth, and is the capital of wickedness. Now this is Revelation chapter 18. I'm gonna start at verse. Oh yeah, verse 1. It says, after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lighted with his glory. All right. It says, and I cried mightily and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, man. This is what Yahweh is going to have to do to this place. This is Babylon the Great is fallen, man. It's fallen. It's fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul creature, in the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. All right. Now, on that's going to remain here is some of their bunkers, and of course these it's not even bunkers. Shoot, of course, like the world is gonna be utterly uninhabitable. Only that's gonna be able to thrive in this place are like swamp creatures and everything. But ultimately the world gonna make this place. The Lord's gonna make this place utterly uninhabitable and destroy. And it'll destroy this place. It's gonna be fallen. So verse 3 is for all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. So all the other nations have got rich off her. Shoot, everybody, shoot. Everybody got rich off her. These countries allowed to come in here and get loans and get money, but of course they're gonna get loans in Jake neighborhoods, and that's how they get rich, man. And we doing that for for a couple of years, for a couple of decades. And yeah, that's Esau, man. He's wicked. Verse 4 says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come up out of here, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that you receive not of her plagues, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her as she has rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double. So everything that Esau and these heathens has did to Jake, they're gonna get double, man. And because they're not even gonna to their people they're gonna be destroyed on this side. They're gonna be reborn to the kingdom later and later. Esau, they're gonna be destroyed here, like it says with a habitation. It's gonna be this place gonna be the habitation of devils and birds and there's other gonna they're gonna be destroyed here. When they are reborn back in the kingdom, they're only gonna be slaves. So it's gonna be nothing but cattle. They're gonna be less than cattle, man. Cause the Lord is gonna be able to spare cattle, So we won't have to eat just like how Adam was able to not breathe. The Lord didn't have to eat if you don't want to. The Lord can take away your stomach or take away your lungs so you don't have to breathe or you don't have to eat. And you're not gonna care about eating no cow or eating this and that. You're gonna care about having righteousness and peace around the earth and giving Esau what he deserves. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 20. It says, but in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood. Actually, I think is the right one. Okay, yeah, that's right. What's up, verse 19? 2 Timothy chapter 2. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 19 says, nevertheless, the foundation of Yahweh standeth sure, having the seal, the Lord knoweth them that are his. And let every one that nameth the name of Hamashiach depart from iniquity. But in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. So that goes for Esau, and that goes for the elect and the 1/3. Yahweh designed part of the hopeful elect. But ultimately, this place is fitted for destruction. So is Esau. So are these heathens. Why were they set up the way? Because that's what the Lord made it, man. The Lord made a perfect story. He showed his people good and bad. Now his his men finna be priests and kings and judges, and he gonna give power unto the elect. To be like Yahawashi, be perfect and be righteous. To never sin and have peace, real peace on this earth, and how it's supposed to be. And the Lord is setting that up. And the Lord, and ultimately Esau, which is wicked, he's gonna have his thousands years of slavery, but ultimately he's gonna get eradicated after that, because his only plight is to be wicked. He got to be done for that. And that's very merciful, honestly. All right, so that's what the Lord was. That's what Esau was fitted for. Fitted for dishonor. That's what's gonna happen, man. That's what he's cut out. This is Proverbs chapter 1 verse 23. It says, "Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit into you." This is the Lord Yahawashi, man. And this in Old Testament, man. It says, I will make known my words unto you, because I have called and ye refuse. I stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel. I would none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they that hated knowledge in the Lord did not choose the fear of the Lord. They will not, none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof. All right. So this is for two of our people. Of course, the heathens don't have judgment. They can't do nothing but Esau either. But hey, we can still tell Esau who they is. We can tell these heathens who they are. And we can tell two-thirds who they are. If they two-thirds don't want to listen, and that's what it's going to be. The Lord is telling us that He has something for us. You be ready for it. It's going to come like a thief in the night. There's nothing you can do about it, of course, at least for the heathens and Esau. But when it happens, you're behind is grass, and your house side open the lawnmower. He's coming with a sickle. He's gonna chop everybody out, chop everybody down, man. All this tall grass Esau think he got. He think he built a sand castle, but the sand castle he built is on the beach owned by Yahawashi, and Yahawashi is gonna be like a wave, a big old wave for Esau's little sand castle. That's what this place is. It's like a little sand castle to Yahawashi. This is nothing. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. Last but not least, it says, "Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity." It's simple, straight to the point, man. This is what this place is. This is what this place Babylon is. I.e., what is this place? 1776. We know this. We know what this place is, man. Near 47, the king here is throwing his weight around, man, and they little lesser Satan is doing the same thing, Israel. So nonetheless, this what this place is established off of, and the scripture says, "Woe to that," This is how this place is built. It's built off of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and speckled birds, off of their bats and sweat and blood and everything, and tears. And the Lord is going to ultimately revenge His people. The Lord is ultimately going to give to Babylon what they deserve, which is destruction, a vessel for dishonor. That's what they were made for. They did the right. They did a good job, which is doing wicked. Their wickedness is pretty perfect, man. And now it's about time for them to go ahead and stop. And the Most High Yahweh is going to use Yahawashi to do that. And by that time, man, it's yet here, man. But nonetheless, hopefully that was an edifying lesson for Yahawashi. I'm gonna have to put them separately. But Lord willing, serve the purpose. But with that, I say shalom.